Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? Welcome back. So we are working on the Yamaha Gemini sst80. So today what I'd like to do is get that piston ripped off and the other two studs because they're right in the way, and see if we can get that magneto off. Now when it was seized up, I tried on seizing the engine, going back and forth with the flywheel bolt, so I believe it's already loose. So that's easy, but the flywheel still needs to be extracted. So let's get you guys in the stand and let's get crack-a-lacking. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is start by removing the piston. On the side of the piston, there's these clips. There are two of them, one on each side. I'm just using a regular pair of needle nose pliers to extract it. And that's just it right there. Boom. Then we'll do the other side. I'm kind of expecting this thing to give me a fight coming out. The piston itself is, what do you call it there? Is shot. Oh yeah, it's really gonna be in there. Wow. Okay. That part of it's out. Right back. Alright. The P3 actually comes in very handy for this. Wow. Wrist pin don't look bad at all. Neither does the bearing. Surprised. Okay, cool. Let's see. Keep that all the way in. Let's see about getting that magneto off there, shall we? I don't know how bad that's going to be to get off, so we're going to find out. I figured I already loosened it. Okay. Then we're using this puller right here. This puller right here is, it does the small diameter and the big diameter. Like the KV75 takes this side, the KE100 takes this. Let's see which one this one takes. I think I might take the big one. Yeah. Okay. This one, by the way, is reverse threads. What reverse threads means, you got to turn it, what do you call it? Turn to the left to tighten it. You actually got to turn it the opposite direction. Now we'll see if we can tighten it. Okay. Oh, that was easy. That was cake. That was pretty groovy. Oh, that's rusted. Oh, guys, for a magnet. This will be CDI ready in no time. Wow, look at those charge coils. Just junk, swelled right up. We're going to take that whole thing off there. We just want that plate. Alright, good. Guys, look at this. They held in with flatheads. This one we don't come across all that often. Okay. I'm going to use my bit. I don't have an impact driver here. Weird. Okay. And there you have it. CDI, not CDI, but the points ignition. Oh yeah. These are porked. So they swelled up. The oil condenser. That's it. Okay. That is not bad, guys. Not bad at all. This side of the case has a crack on one of the mounts, but the other one doesn't. There's a shifter mechanism right here that when you shift the gears, it moves this plunger in and out. So we're not going to be using this side of the case. However, we do want to save that crank and restore whatever we can inside this before the other engine comes. It can be fixed. I'm going to send it out and have it TIG welded. See if I can show you guys real quick. Right here. See that bank is missing? There's a piece that bolts right onto this thing. And you can see the shifter right here goes in here and pulls it in and out. So that's a big thing. But other than that, we're not really worried about it because we just want to get this thing separated, save whatever we can, and what do you call it there? Go from there. So the next step I guess we're going to do right now is we're going to remove those two studs. Okay. Removing the studs are kind of a pain in the neck. Okay, it requires a lot of patience and know-how. These have been in there for quite a long time. We're going to have to replace them. However, getting them out is not always easy. In fact, one of them was a nightmare. No, this one's not. This one actually broke free. Not bad, guys. Wow. there's one. And let's see if we can get the last one broken free. Like I said, they're kind of a pain in the neck to get out, but sometimes you get lucky like this one, you know, or that one. This one's probably not going to be as easy. Oh, it's going to be just as easy. Alright, cool. So we got all the studs off. Yeah, that's what I'm liking. The other problem we have is the bearing, not the bearing, the gear that drives the clutch is seized on. This gear right here. So, I'll show you guys that right there real quick. That gear right there is seized right onto the shaft. It should pull off. It doesn't pull off, and there's a crank seal right underneath of it. So, let's see what we can do here. Can't tap on the actual, we can't tap on the shaft, but if we can take a small that ain't working either. Okay, so that gear is really on there. It's so frozen right to it. Perhaps it needs a little convincing. Nice and hot, but I got it done. Look at that, huh? Shall we? Alright, so a little bit of patience, and you can see how bad the crank is, just from the rust. But I didn't want to hit the threaded part, so doing everything we can to keep that safe. So now we're going to take apart the rotary valve on this part here. And I gotta get the adapter and tap on that. Be right back. Alright. You guys can see, alright? Let me shrink it down. You guys can see what I'm doing, zapping off these bolts. Specialty bolts, see the shanks on them? So, not bad. Let's see if we can get that popped off. And if we get that popped off, we'll be golden. No place to pry from here. Here. The rotary housing doesn't look bad at all. Of course, it's going to need a new crank seal now that I melted that one, but at least we have it intact and we can get a measurement on it and order some. You know what I mean? Rotary valve. Doesn't look like it's in bad shape. It shouldn't. It only has 900 miles on it. Should be O-ring in that. So yeah. Actually moving. Wow. Okay, I'll get a pull and pull the rest of that off. This thing's coming right out, guys. Even the bearings don't even look that bad. Does that pin come out? Yes, it does. Gotta be careful for that pin. That's the pin that holds your rotary valve. And without that, that rotary valve is just gonna flop around inside there. So that right there is a very important piece to have. Funny, without that rotary valve, this thing turns over pretty decent. This thing wants to run, guys. It wants to. I'm telling you, it wants to. And there's the collar right there. This is the collar for the rotary valve. That groove right there is for the pin, and it stays on the crank. Inside is a little seal and a little O-ring, so we'll have to get that O-ring. Wow. All right. So not bad, guys, not bad. Yeah, that ain't coming out anytime soon anyway. So anyway, guys, I'm going to cut the video short here. I'm going to take this to work right here. I'm going to pressure wash it, clean it all up, see if I can get rid of some of this dirt and mud. Look at this, guys, huh? Have that in your engine and run it. Luckily, it wasn't ran with that. That's from sitting in the desert. So that's another part that, you know, when you see something like this, you got to put 2 and 2 together. Sat in the desert for 30 years, probably, and that's why it's all crapped up. Reason why I say about 30 years is the bike's a 72 and it's only got 990 something miles on it, so it's really a baby. Something happened with it. They probably ran it without an air filter, burnt it up, and that's what happened. And then there she sat. People plucked parts off of it, and then there you go. So, but anyway, special thank you again to Marty. Thank you for doing this for me, Marty. And what do you call it there? Carl and Teresa down there at was it there? Southwest Vintage Motorcycles. They're the ones who I got this from. It's a scrapyard down in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So a special thank you to them. And God guys, this is going to be a fun build. It's coming apart fairly, you know, I expected a lot worse. Some parts were, some parts weren't. You know, it's a give and take thing, you know what I mean? So anyway, guys, I'm going to go bag everything up I took out here and put it in a safe spot, you know, so we can keep going with the build. So anyway, next video we're going to take apart the rest of the side, some more of the other side, and see if we can get, split this case. Anyway, guys, I'm off for now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to hit that the share button and the bell notification button, so when I post something, you see it. And if you guys have fun, if you guys have any comments, by all means, please leave them down there. I try to get back to everybody. Thank you. I'm out.